Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. That's one of the most iconic lines of movie history. It's tattooed onto posters. It's whispered within graduation speeches. It's dropped into sitcom monologues. And it's reposted with beautiful sunset images on Instagram. It's the kind of quote that hits you harder the older you get. But let's be honest. Is Ferris Bueller, the actual character, the actual movie, still relevant nowadays? In 2025, with our hustle and bustle culture, our climate change anxieties, the AI job takeovers, and remote working burnout, does a movie about a rich kid skipping school still land today as a relevant movie? Or is it just a charming, outdated, wish fulfillment movie wrapped up in 80s music? Quick spoiler warning. Nothing major, but we are going to talk about key scenes and themes within the movie. So if you're super spoiler sensitive, consider this your friendly spoiler alert. All right, let's break it down. First, quick plot refresher. Released in 1986, directed by teen movie legend John Hughes, Ferris Bueller's Day Off follows one day in the life of Ferris, a high school senior who fakes being sick so he can skip school, borrow a Ferrari, grab his best friend Cameron and his girlfriend Sloane, and run wild around Chicago. Meanwhile, his principal tries to catch him, his sister wants to expose him, and the audience is along for the ride because Ferris talks directly to us the entire time, the audience. It's one of the rare teen comedies that's both wildly unrealistic and emotionally grounded. It's about freedom, friendship, fear, and finding yourself all under 2 hours. And yeah, it's still a blast. First of all, let's just appreciate the tone. The movie is joyful, not in a fake glossy Netflix original kind of way, but in a real loose, hopeful kind of way. I mean, Ferris doesn't hate school. He's not angry at the world. He's not burning it all down. He just wants a day. One perfect, unstructured, spontaneous, no responsibility kind of day. And that hits hard nowadays. I mean, because in 2025, we're not short on content. We're short on inner peace. We have notifications, don't stop. Everyone's grinding. Everyone's building something. And Ferris, he's not building a damn thing. He's enjoying what already exists. He's taking what's there, a city, a car, a best friend, his girlfriend, and just being present. That's radical nowadays. And it wasn't always. I mean, back in the 80s, skipping school was almost a cliche. I mean, every sitcom had a pretend to be sick episode. But nowadays, skipping school or skipping anything feels like falling behind. Like, if you miss one day, you'll never catch up. Ferris reminds us that missing one day doesn't destroy your life. It actually might save it. But here's the deeper magic. You ready for this? Ferris isn't the main character. The story features Ferris Bueller, but it's really about Cameron. Cameron is the anxious, depressed, overparented best friend who doesn't know who he is. He's stuck. He's terrified. He's frozen by his parents' expectations. Ferris is the catalyst for Cameron. He's the tornado that rips through Cameron's carefully controlled fear bubble. And by the end of the movie, Ferris hasn't changed at all. But Cameron, he's finally ready to start changing. Then there's that one moment, the key moment that when Cameron was staring at that painting in the museum. It's a pointillist painting, all tiny dots. He stares deeper and deeper into the face in the painting, disappears into meaningless pixels. That's him. That's how he feels. Lost in the structure, blurred out by the expectations. And it's a silent scene. No jokes, no music, just a kid quietly and emotionally breaking down inside a museum. That scene hits harder than ever in an age where we're all dealing with burnout and identity crisis before the age of 30. Now, Ferris isn't a guide. He's a spark. He doesn't fix Cameron. He just gives him the day off he needed to realize what's broken. That's real friendship. Ferris is the best friend he could have had. But let's be honest. Ferris himself, he's kind of a jerk. I mean, he manipulates, he lies, he gaslights his parents, he fakes phone calls, he hacks into the school system, he pushes Cameron to steal his dad's Ferrari, and he never apologizes. He never admits fault, never faces consequences, everything slides off him like water off a duck's back. And that's part of the debate. Is Ferris a rebel or a privileged little trickster who gets away with everything because the world's tilted in his favor? Honestly, it's a little bit of both. He's got charm, he's got charisma, but he's also walking through life with safety nets. His problems are small, his risks are fake. That's not a criticism, that's just the truth. He's the embodiment of unbothered joy because nothing's really at stake for him. And that makes it harder to fully embrace him as a hero in 2025, when kids are skipping school to work jobs, to care for their siblings, or to deal with anxieties that Ferris never even heard of. In that way, Ferris is a fantasy. A useful one, but still a fantasy. That's why Cameron is who we really connect with now. He's afraid of failing, afraid of his parents, afraid of living. He's stuck in a loop of pressure and guilt and self-loathing that's so familiar, it's scary. Watching him melt down and then stand up is the real heart of the movie. And Ferris, he's the wind that blew the door open. So yeah, parts of the movie haven't aged well. I mean, there's barely any diversity within the movie. Sloane, the girlfriend, is sweet and cool, but barely has any personality. She's basically there to look good in sunglasses and laugh at Ferris's jokes. And Principal Rooney's obsession with catching Ferris gets, well, really weird. I mean, like the weird, like you should probably be on a watch list kind of weird. But anyhow, never mind about that. The idea of skipping school is a total fantasy, and that's just not accessible for everyone. But none of that ruins it, because the core message of Ferris Bueller's Day Off is timeless. Take the day off. Make memories. Don't wait for permission. Show up for your friends. Laugh hard. Eat something new. See something beautiful. Dance in public. Steal a moment, not a lifestyle. Ferris isn't telling us to be irresponsible. He's telling us to wake up, to remember that we're alive and that being alive should actually feel like something. That might be more radical now than it was in 1986. So, is Ferris Bueller's Day Off still relevant? Yeah, it is still relevant. It's a little dusty around the edges. Sorry about that. A little entitled, a little smug, but it's also joyful, thoughtful, human. It reminds us that life doesn't always have to be optimized. Sometimes it just has to be lived. So, if you've never seen it, give it a watch. And if you have seen it before, watch it again. But maybe this time, look past Ferris. Watch the way Cameron breathes in that last scene. The way during the movie the camera lingers on stillness. The way it lets you feel everything that happens between the jokes. Because that's where the real story lies. Not in the parade, not in the lies that Ferris spews, but in the little quiet truth underneath all the chaos. Life does move fast. And every once in a while, you should stop and look around before it all passes you by.